Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mario Hardy, aka DJ Ragtop, coming live. Just want to go over some key things in reference to what to expect in 2025 for DC2DW. Tonight we were our actual show. What is it? My mind is blank. But our actual show for tonight is pretty much we had a episode to where we're gonna go ahead and just stop for the holidays. For this show, which is on Wednesday nights, which is event planner and a decorator, behind the scenes with an event planner and decorator. And we're going to pretty much pick up the show again back in January. Pretty much everyone's got holiday things going on, so we decided we're going to push the show back until January, the first Wednesday in January. So with that being said, we're going to go right along, and I decided to take this evening to go ahead and go over some of the key things that's going to happen in 2025. And I want to go over some of the services, some of the highlights, and then also some of the changes in reference to DC2DW DVDJ Entertainment Productions and what to expect in 2025. All right. So a little bit about myself for those that don't know who I am. I always like to do a quick. I know the slide needs to be updated because we are 27 years. I've been married for 27 years, but I did do 21 years in the military. So I'm a retired vet. So it's a veteran-owned business. Here it just kind of gives a rundown of my background. I do have a background in audio DJing. I've been doing that since I was 16. So I have over 30 plus years. And then video DJing, I've been doing for like almost close to 17 years now. I have DJed as far as locations. I've DJed in the USA, of course, the primary South Carolina, Korea, Afghanistan. I do have a background in videography, photography, and also have an actual degree in event planning. You'll also see I also have a degree in computer networking. And I'm going to talk about those probably throughout the presentation to show how those all tied in. And then for most of you who do know me, my background in reference to doing stuff for the community. So pretty much I am a full-time DJ. All I do now is DJ. I do stuff during the week for the community, but my primary company purpose is to provide DJ services / entertainment. So with that being said, we'll go to the next slide. Is I'm a video DJ. As a video DJ, using 4K video cameras to be able to capture and highlight what's going on, what's taking place during the event. Here in this video, or this video clip that you see here, is a couple that was celebrating the 25th anniversary, and the actual venue is Mariani's. It's a two-floor venue, so they have an up and downstairs. As you can see here, what I've done is I've connected to the projector system, so it allows me to capture what's going on the dance floor and around the dance floor and highlight on their projector screen. What you don't see is the two additional LED TVs that are hooked up to my system. I always have LED TVs set up, but if the actual venue has actual video setup, AV, I should say, call it an AV setup, I'm able to wirelessly tap into their system to use it to highlight what's going on and what's taking place. The biggest thing about being a video DJ, is having that effect to really bring things out during the event. This is important to all my customers and clients. I have my concept of operation is crucial to how I interact with the couple, with other vendors, and how it all comes together. So here the concept is simple. Create the vision. With what I do as a video DJ, video DJ entertainer, is I need to understand the vision of the client and the actual customer. So what I do is I take time out to really get a good understanding of what that vision is and how I can incorporate whatever it is they may have to where it will enlighten the vision. Most of the time that might be additional pictures, like telling me the venue, all the key details of what's going on, what's taking place. Tell the story is a little bit more of the services that I use to actually help out people understand how we got to this day. If it's a birthday party, if it's a wedding, if it's a baby shower, whatever it is, telling the story is crucial because this is where I take your resources. It might be pictures, video clips, to put it all together and highlight why are we here, why are we celebrating, why are we why are these couples get married. So it kind of tells the story and it kind of enlightens people to where it has more of a purpose on the actual event. Entertaining the guests. Entertaining the guests is the most crucial thing, and it's so important that as a DJ entertainer, that from the time your guests arrive to the time they end, is that my primary focus is to entertain your guests from the beginning to the end. Capturing the moments. Capturing moments. This is something that's unique and different. Most DJs do not do this. So this is something that makes me kind of unique because during capture the moment, this is why I incorporated using iPads and 4K video cameras. Allows me to, from the DJ booth, take pictures and video clips of everything that's going on and taking place in front of me. It's not. I would never say use this as a replacement for a professional. When I say professional, is that their primary focus is to take pictures and video. So this is kind of like a secondary thing that I do, not a primary. So that's why I would kind of like make a difference there. It's good as a safety net, but I would not use it as a primary if you're looking to capture pictures and video for your events. Most of the time what happens during this presentation is when I ask the overall vision of the client. And this is where I get the feedback and information that I need so I understand exactly what the assignment is. So once I get this information, the breakdown, the details, then I take that information and incorporate it into the rest of the presentation. So we're going to skip this one technically because this is the overall presentation. And we're going to go right into different events besides weddings. This right here is a complete outline of what's expected in most cases for events that are birthday, either they're birthday orientated, they're to celebrate everything outside of a wedding. Normally, it's a 6 to 8 hour day. So this is kind of like some common things like guest arrival, social hour, grand entrance of the guest of honor, blessing, meal serve, words of reflection, words of encouragement, special tributes or presentations, special remarks, and then opening dance floor. This is kind of like the common outline for everything outside of a wedding day. When I say outside, it's like more so birthday celebration, retirement celebrations, baby showers. This is pretty much what baby shower, you'll see a lot more games than anything else. But this is kind of like a common outline to expect for every event except for an actual wedding. Now, here we're going to talk about weddings. And a lot of people always ask that question, why is there a difference between a birthday party versus a wedding? So I'm going a little bit more in detail because for a wedding, it requires a lot more equipment. Now, here you have a ceremony and you have a reception, but we're going to break it all the way down so you can understand why it costs more to have a wedding. Now, most of the time, what happens for a wedding day celebration, I only need setup number 1 and setup number 3. Every now and then I need setup number 2, but it's like, again, like I said, it's very rare. So when you hire a DJ, majority of the time the price is going to be a little more expensive than what you would pay for a birthday party because of all the equipment that has to be utilized and used. So this kind of gives you an idea. Now, for me, what I do for wedding ceremonies is like the actual wedding ceremony setup is I provide 2 lapel microphones. Those 2 lapel microphones, one is put on the minister and one is put on the groom. I do not put anything on the bride because I don't want the cables to show up as much. But for the ministers, most of the time, and the groom, I can hide it either under their either if they have like a jacket or anything like that on it, I can hide it. A robe or a jacket, I can hide it underneath it. Also, what I do for wedding ceremonies is a given. Also, it comes with 2 handheld microphones if you have a soloist. So if a person's singing, I have 2 mics that allows me to be able to, so they can sing if it's a duet or just a single person singing. I have the 2 handhelds that are in this kit. When it comes to the video capturing when I do ceremonies is I use an iPad Pro and an iPad Pro and an iPad Mini. Now I've upgraded the iPad Mini now to a Pro, so I have two Pros. One is used to actual video record the ceremony, and the other one is used to live stream it. Most of the time, when people can't make it and they still want to see the ceremony, then what I do is I provide a link so you can send to those individuals and they can be able to watch the ceremony from wherever they're at. And it's actually worked quite a few times. I had a situation one time where a mother couldn't get her visa in time from a country outside of the United States, and she was able to watch the wedding in her living room by this service. So this is a good service to have. The cocktail hour, most of the time now lately, I've noticed that most of the cocktail hour is in the reception area. So I don't have to set up the secondary system. But if I had to set up the secondary system, again, it's a small system set up with two Bose speaker systems that I use as Bose S1s for both the setup 1 and setup 2. And then also for the setup 2, there's also the selfie station, which is a photo booth, which is utilized to entertain the guests as they are waiting for the arrival of the bridal party to come in from taking their pictures. This DJ setup number 3 is the big setup. This is the setup for the reception. This is consisting of the LED TV screens. I actually MC and control the flow of things. So I kind of MC/DJ. I also make sure that all the key songs are played at all the right times. So when it's time to make your entrance, time to do your first dance, time to do your toast, I am prepared to play all the music selections for everything, including when it comes time to dance, of course. During this time frame, I'm able to capture everything between people taking their own pictures, the 4K video camera that's hooked up to the DJ system, and then the two iPads that I normally have set up. So at this point in time, we're doing a little bit of everything to celebrate, to be entertained, and to enjoy themselves. So I'm able to play the music, DJ in a sense, so everybody has a great time and capture everything between pictures and video. Now, wedding is a 10-day, so excuse me, not 10-day, 10-hour process. The 10-hour process starts from the time we set up to the time that we break down. So this kind of gives you an idea. So if you're getting married, just prepare for a 10-hour day. So it starts off with the preparation. Most of the time when the bride, the groom, bride party getting prepared, the actual vendors are setting up. Now for me, I always prefer that I get 3 hours for setup, and that's just so I can set everything up and test everything out and make sure everything works correctly. Once you get past the setup and the presentation, the setup and the preparation. I didn't say presentation, but preparation. It's time to do the ceremony. Now, most wedding ceremonies will last about 30 minutes. Now, it depends on the type of ceremony you have, but most ceremonies will last 30 minutes. I've only been to 2 ceremonies throughout my whole time that I've been in business that went beyond 30 minutes. And one of them was because they had like 36 people in the bridal party, and the other one was because the minister technically preached throughout the whole ceremony. So it took a little bit longer. The things that take place normally is the basic, it's traditional stuff. Every now and then you come across one that's not traditional, but you have the interest of the bridal family, interest of the bride party, interest of the bride, of course the groom, and the minister, things of that nature. Then you have the exchange of the vows, and then the exit, which is a recessional. Normally all this takes about 30 minutes. The actual cocktail hour takes about 60 minutes. Now, the reason why it takes 60 minutes is because the professional photographer is actually taking professional pictures of the bridal party. And this normally can go anywhere between 45 minutes to 60 minutes. So while pretty much those pictures are being taken, this is the word cocktail hour. This is pretty much where I entertain the guests by playing jazz instrumental type music so people can talk over the music, not talk through it in a sense, because when you have music that has words, it's hard to talk or to hear a conversation. So it's best to use instrumental music. From that point, everybody comes back together for the wedding reception. Now, over the years, I stress people that this should be pretty much the format that's always successful, is do all your formal stuff first before you get into your informal. Well, formal stuff consists of the bridal party entrance, the bride and groom entrance, first dance, blessing, dinner, bride toast, cake cutting, bridal games, dances, special dances, bouquet toss, garter toss. Those are all the things, and then the thank yous. That's mostly everything that's covered under the formal. The informal is when we open up the dance floor and everybody dances till they fall out. Now, it's important that you don't mix the two. I've had in the past where some people, they do a little bit of this, then they dance. They do a little bit of this, and they dance. The yo-yo effect will make sure your guests will get frustrated with going back and forth. In some cases, and will leave. So it's best to do everything that's formal that points towards the bride and groom. Get that out the way. That's all the important stuff, and then get into the dancing. Never mix the two. The primary services that I offer is the video DJing and then the uplighting and light effects. And I said these are the primary because these are the ones that are the main hitters for my company. So first thing we're going to talk about, once again, is the video DJ. Video DJing, again, is just a special effect to where people can actually see what's going on, what's taking place on the big screen or television screens. And it allows me to be able to capture everything that goes on the dance floor. The type of camera, once again, that I use is a wide angle, 150-degree wide angle. I have a total of 4. The 4 cameras that I have, it allows me to have more function. Now, I don't use all 4 at the same time, but I just have them as backups if I need so. So, as you can see, the wide angle, I'm able to capture what's on the dance floor and how people are responding to it. This is an important factor when you're trying to capture everything for good memories. The light effects. Now, my primary setup for most of my events is the actual 6 dance light system is a given. The monogram is a given. The only thing that has an impact in most cases to change the price is the uplighting. When people use the uplighting, it's normally, like I said, with the basic price, it's already $100. But if you take it away, then you get $100 off your price. That's the only thing that has a major impact on the price. So the types of lighting, as you can look at these pictures, you have where the lights, the uplighting has an effect. You have the monogram in both the other 2 pictures. Now the monogram, normally what happens is I submit a actual information sheet pamphlet to where you have a choice of choose between 24 different monograms. If you don't like those 24, then there's an actual website to where you can go and pick out one from the 300 plus. Excuse me. Yeah. So here you have just the effects of dance lights. You have a couple that is coming down and they're doing what I call the Soul Train of Fame. The Soul Train of Fame is the effective way to engage your guests with your photographer. As people are coming down the line, normally what I do is I try to MC or tell them at the end of the line, please strike your best pose for our photographer so he can get some good pictures. And normally what happens is they'll strike that pose, he'll get his picture, he or she will get their picture and move right along. This here also shows the effects of the lights. So the main lights here is you see in this one is you can see the UV cannons because you can see how our dress is glowing. And then you also can see the Chauvet wash lights, which has a good effect on the dance floor. The additional services, these are all free services that come with the package. And most of the time, what I always ask the guests is either yes or no. So here, the free services are the selfie station, which is the photo booth, the capture the moment services, which is me taking additional pictures and video clips, the video production, which we normally use to make people famous, and then the actual video broadcasting virtual VIP room was just live streaming so people can see what's going on. Example of the selfie station. The selfie station take as many pictures as they want. They normally just push it's actually controlled by an iPad. They push the button and they can take as many pictures as they want. After they take their pictures, they can email it or they can text it to excuse me. they can email it or text it to their phone or to anybody that they want to. This is an actual crucial thing that entertains your guests, because most of the time your guests will go crazy with taking as many pictures as they can of themselves. No matter what, though, is when it's all said and done, I will send a link of all pictures that were taken at that selfie station with an iPad going around taking pictures of everyone during the cocktail social hour. So I'm able to highlight and capture pictures. Now, normally what happens if the room is not crowded, I'm able to get out and take pictures. When the room is impossible to maneuver or to move, I won't get out too much. I'll try to see what I can do from the DJ booth. But then this is a secondary service, it's not a primary. All pictures are captured and uploaded. There's a link to a customer, and they will have access to all pictures and video clips that were captured that day. That I captured that day. Let me say it that way. This is something that's extra, and this is more so if most of my couples don't have any additional pictures or video clips, that we're able to go out and capture some pictures and video clips to be able to make this. The video presentation is more so just putting together a nice little slideshow with pictures and video clips that tells their story. The video broadcasting, or I should say live streaming, is Pro will be used to capture. Usually the other iPad Pro will be the one to live stream to that link, so then people can see what's going on taking place. What that live stream looks like. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what it looks like, or what people see as it's live streaming. Uniform. This is my uniform. When it comes down to it, I used to wear a white shirt. I got away with using white because white gets dirty too quick for me. So I just use now black. So normally it's always a black tuxedo vest, black shirt, black bow tie or dress, bow tie or straight tie, and then black dress pants with black shoes. So this is my official uniform. The music. Now, one of the biggest things about me altogether is I play clean music, nothing but clean music. So that's one of the things that's also in my contract. The music that I can play, I can do old school, R&B, top 40, pop, hip hop, rock and roll, country, jazz, reggae, Latin, Christian, gospel, and then other, which is EMD and Afro beats. Also, what you see here are the two computers. I have a total of two laptops that I use. I only use one for the performance, but I always have one and the second one for backup. And then my actual requests, where customers can put in requests, I have an iPad on standby to receive our requests, and it's a digital request. So this link, which I always give my clients up front, they can send this link out to their guests, and their guests can take this, click on this link, and then they'll get a request form where they can request up 2 songs. If they want to put a special message, they can. The way my setup is, I could do white and I can do black as far as color scheme to try to match. Most of the time, the white is used for weddings, but other times, like I said, every now and then, if they have dark colors, I will go with black. These are just samples of the gobos that pretty much I have either created or used. So personalize it. So this kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. Again, for my weddings, you're going to get 24 to choose from. Everybody else would just do a special design. These are just examples of the colors that I can create. I do have a color wheel, so the color wheel allows me to be able to make any color that pretty much fits within that color wheel. Okay, here's a good example that shows a room before and after. So this room here just shows, okay, that orange carpet, you can see everything crystal clear, but when you have decor and you have your uplighting, the room pretty much has a different transformation. So here again, here are two pictures of my most current up-to-date setup. I did upgrade my speaker systems to the Bose L116s. So this here just shows a good example of what that looks like with white and black. All right, so that's the presentation. I always do this for all my clients. This is a mandatory thing that I always do, is before you can sign a contract, you have to do this presentation. So I decided to go ahead and do this as a video, so then it just kind of gives people a heads up in advance. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a great night. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see y'all in 2025. Peace.